This is Steve Young for the Co-Roundtable, and I'd like to share with you a preliminary, may I say, a preschool level or an elementary school level of some thinking that I and some colleagues, particularly my colleague Michael Wright, who's a fellow here at the CRT, have been doing about life, thinking about life, capitalism. And I use life first because there's this book by a professor of physics, Adrian Bijan, who's now at Duke University, who's come up with a variant on, as I see it, the second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics applies to life. His book is called The Physics of Life. And what his instinct is, and his insight, is that life is about flow. Let's think about you. Okay, so what's going on in you at this moment? Blood is circulating. Your digestive system is working. Your lymph nodes are processing things. There are little electric things happening in the tissue of your brain. All these things together make you you. They make you alive. Bijan's point is that life is basically a system of flows. Whether it's flows of ocean water, flows of air, flows of rays of sunlight coming out of the sun, rivers flow, trees grow. There's any living organism, from small cells to elephants to blue whales. They have flow systems going on. In our social structures, in our politics, in our businesses, in our market endeavors, we have flow systems. Flow systems involve forms of energy. That's sort of on the pure physics side, how much work is necessary. For you, every day, your flow system demands an ingestion of energy. You need liquids, you need food, you probably need emotional sustenance, which you get from somebody else. You are also probably contributing to flow. You are coming up with ideas, you are working, you are sharing your emotions, you're responding to somebody in your family, in your workplace, a friend who is in need. There's energy systems here. What Bijan talks about is the sort of what he calls, he sort of invented this in the 90s, the constructal law. I don't know why he came up with that term, but his idea is that flow systems always continue to flow. And what they try to do is find a way to flow against restrictions. So if you think of rocks in a mountain stream, the water in the mountain stream is flowing down, it hits the rocks. What does it try to do? Go around the rocks, go over the rocks. In life, as you're moving through life, and you are a source of energy, what do you try to do? Well, generally speaking, most of us, we try to get around obstacles. Bijan's point is that in life, and he specifically likes open systems, like capitalism, like markets, like open governments, because they tend to provide more opportunities for flow. And he has two charts where he shows that the societies, the countries in the world, which have sort of the highest wealth, and he looks at wealth as the result of energy flows, they tend to have the people who live the longest, and they tend to have the people who self-declare as happy. So the point is, as we think about business ethics, if we think about companies inventing vaccines which will prevent us from coming down or getting very serious cases of the COVID virus, we are in the middle of flow systems. And therefore, we should think about issues of encouraging flows and minimizing resistance.